Greetings, namaste, Monson Biswakarma here. As usual at Audio Advent, bringing you another guitar tonight. And by far, I guess this is the most expensive guitar by Jet Guitars that we have brought into the studio. And if the black guitar video has already come out, that was the other expensive one. After that, this is it. And it does look the part, the expensive part. So as you can see, it's all blasted with gold hardware, and there's real flame maple top over here, pretty generous cutaways, and the regular Jet Guitars saving off right over here. This does make a big difference, and the more I played, the more I realized that. And yeah, Jet branded locking tuners, and it's a Telecaster. So tele bridge right here, volume, tone, and the tone splits. When you're in the bridge, you can split the bridge pickup, and your simple three-way selector. However, let's go through the website too. And yeah, I think so far, whatever Jet guitars that we have tried in the studio, most of them have been pretty good. I mean, and even the ones that I'm not counting in the most are the ones that actually passed my personal test. So they were just not as good as the others. And with this one, this is definitely a good one. And now let's go through. This falls under the 600 series. Yeah, JT-600 BSG. So the G probably for the gold hardware. And the specifications: gold locking tuners, Canadian roasted maple neck. The shape is modern C, roasted maple fretboard, 9.5 radius fretboard. And the knot width is 1.65 inches. The knot is bone knot. Cross rod is double axon. And string scale 25.5, your regular Fender scale length. Number of frets 22, pretty visible. And it's mahogany body with flame maple top. So I think it's the first in the whole of the lineup. I mean, this might be the first guitar that we have come across with mahogany body. So another cool thing, I guess, the bridge is a fixed bridge. Pickup HS Alnico J-rail bridge and T-neck. Okay, so these are supposed to be Alnico magnet pickups. This one's called J-rail and this one's called T-neck. And to me, the lower end Jet guitars, whatever pickups they have, they are pretty good too. But the more higher end we come, I think the pickups do get better, and especially with the Alnico entrances where they have put Alnico pickups. I think those ones sounded pretty nice. So let's see how these sound too. Hardware all gold locking tuners, and this one's called Brown Sunburst. As of now, as we speak and make this video, it's 580 euros on the website. And yeah, without further ado, let's hear some sounds. Let's do the regular run through. On the sounds for tonight, what we have selected are a Marshall, which is a Plexi, and another is a California Tweed for the cleans. The Marshall is running through 412 and the California Tweed is running through 212. The Marshall is with some kind of greenback kind of cabinet. So yeah, we have a little bit of delay and just a hint of compression, and we're good to go. And with this one, I really feel like the volume knob is pretty good on the side of sensitivity and the range it provides you while playing. As you could hear on the front, when I played that, these clean parts, it was just the roll of volume. And I'm in Marshall and it's pretty distorted. and it still maintains that clean signal, which is pretty good. So the volume rolled off halfway, and just for the sounds, nothing else. So let's check from the neck to the bridge. On the middle. Now on the bridge. And you can split the bridge pickup. And I guess you cannot just hear it a lot. I mean, the difference it makes when you're splitting, when you're on distortions. But the kind of differences that you will hear are on the attack and the sustain first and foremost. And when you split, it does take away some of your low end, and it does take away some of your gain. So yeah, let's hear the split sound. That was split. This is the full pickup. And let's do the split and then go to the middle pickup. Which is pretty decent sounding. And for a lot of guitar players out there, much of you, I do realize, do not use the middle pickup or don't make use of it much. But whenever I have a guitar, I try to make use of it as much as possible with all the options that it provides. And in doing so, you do find some unique tones that you might be able to use in recordings, if not in live. So to explore, I highly encourage that. And with this one, now we are in the clean. And take my word for it, any guitar that sounds super like this in cleans is bound to sound good anyway. So on the neck, I hope you're hearing the same thing that I am hearing right now. As soon as you go to the neck, it sort of rounds off, and all the highs are sort of rounded off and then mixed very well with the woolly bass sound. It's like landing on cotton, like from here where it really bites, snappy. To the neck where it's, I mean, the kind of sound the pickup provides, it really makes you lean on to certain kind of playing. Like when you're on the bridge, you definitely want to do. But as soon as you go to the neck, all you want to do is strum, like. And it's pretty sweet, like very, very acoustic like. And I think if you bring down the tone a bit, and then you can sort of As you can hear, you could really mimic the acoustic tone. And when a guitar is able to do that, very good. Like, it's only going to help when you're doing shows live. And let's hear some more sounds. Now we're tapped on the bridge, and it's the middle position. Now, something I really like when a good combination of the neck and bridge results into something like this, a sound something like this. Very chimey, very melancholic, very gloomy. And to me, it checks all the right boxes. And yeah, if I keep playing this, I'll keep on playing. Like, this is that good. They have made it that good. And uh, I was skeptic about the bridge pickup at first, but whenever I get any kind of instrument into the studio, or it's a pedal or it's a processor, I really like to spend some time until I tweak it to my liking. And yes, sometimes you get there pretty quick, and sometimes it's a 2-3 hour process. And even after you spend those 2-3 hours, when you get something that you really like, it's pretty rewarding. And with this guitar right now, it's exactly the feeling. It's pretty rewarding. When I tried it first, I had some gripe with the bridge pickup, but again, it can also be my preconceived notion about pickups like these. I mean, nothing against pickup like this, but I do prefer the ones where they are doing the same thing with bobbins rather than the rails, the humbucker thing with on the single coil sized. Uh, so yeah, like this is pretty good, man. Like, and the more I play jet guitars, the more I get interested. Like, I don't know if you can call it that they have rolled it off a bit, but I think that's the kind of feeling I'm getting with this neck. And yeah, pretty good guitar for the kind of money it comes in. Everything works pretty decently. Like, the locking tuners, the tuning pegs, the body is pretty comfortable. And I don't know if I've shown this to you before. Most of the jet guitars, they come pretty balanced. Like, it's not body or neck heavy. Like, and when you have a guitar like that, again, pretty good. Depending on where you're placing it, it comes down on the neck side, but it's not that big of a deal. most of them, they balance pretty well. And yeah, I have demonstrated everything I could. And just for fun, let's do some distortions to really see how this pickup sounds. So we have put a distortion pedal on the front. Let's decrease the amount of feedback. I kept thinking what I had forgotten, and I forgot to read the guitar. So there's nothing to complain, man. Like, this is a pretty good built guitar. The pickups sound good, everything works fine, and the insides of it, when I check them at the store, they seem pretty fine too. Yeah, like, throw it in the studio, like, put it with you on any kind of gigs. I think this guitar is a pretty good guitar to have. And on the overall rating, I think this is a pretty good 8.5. Like, it's pretty good 8.5. Like, it's a very hard catch to 9. Like, right now Biggie is right behind the camera and is pushing for 9, but and I'm having a difficult time to think either it's 8.5 or 9. It's that good. And just like I mentioned before, I think it's high time that I gig a jet guitar soon. And when I do, I'll let you know. And yeah, like, one more thing that I really wanted to talk about, the output difference from going from bridge to the neck. Like, it's not just the snap and attack and the bridge kind of sound that is increasing when you're going to the bridge pickup. The overall output feels pretty jumpy, and to some it might take some time to get accommodated with this kind of thing, but it's really helpful when you can use it for what it's meant to be used at, which is like playing really cool. So it's really helpful when you switch from those kind of two different kinds of sounds. And yeah, it's all good and chill and nice. Kudos to Z Guitars again. Monson signing out for real this time.